Hello listeners, welcome to my YouTube channel Pharmacy Lessons Made Easy. So far in the previous videos of this series, we have discussed about what is drug, what are the schedules to the act that included two main schedules, first and second, the appendices related to the schedules of the act, and then the schedule to the rules. Under 23 schedules of the rules, we have discussed from Schedule A to Schedule J. So let's begin with the next part, that is Schedule K. Schedule K includes the drugs which are exempted from the provisions relating to the manufacture of the drug. Right? So it is the drugs which are exempted from these provisions. Right? The next one is Schedule L1. Under that, the good laboratory practices and requirements which are to be followed by the premises and the equipments. It is in with reference to the premises and the equipments. So what are the good laboratory practices which are to be followed are mentioned under Schedule L1. So to remember it easily, GLP and L1 can be correlated. Next schedule is Schedule M. It is a schedule which consists of many subparts. The good manufacturing practices requirement of factory premises, plant and equipment of pharmaceutical products are included under Schedule M. The part 1 of Schedule M take care of GMP for premises and materials. Part 1A includes the specific requirement for manufacture of sterile products, parenteral preparations like small volume injectables, large volume parenterals, and sterile ophthalmic preparations, right? So under Schedule M, the subpart part 1 relates GMP for premises and materials, and part 1A consists of specific requirement for sterile parenterals and sterile ophthalmic preparations. The part 1B consists of specific requirement for manufacture of oral solid dosage forms. Oral solid dosage forms includes tablets, capsules. So if someone want to manufacture the tablets, capsules, these kinds of oral solid dosage forms, what are the specific requirement for manufacturing of it? That are included in part 1B. Next part is part 1C, which incorporate the specific requirement for manufacture of oral liquids like syrups, emulsions, suspension, elixirs, like that. Next is part 1D, which includes a specific requirement for manufacture of topical products which are used externally like creams, ointments, pastes, emulsions, lotion, solution, dusting powder, identical products, like that. Next is part 1E, which includes a specific requirement for manufacture of meter dose inhalers, MDI, we abbreviate it as MDI, meter dose inhaler. So if someone want to manufacture MDIs, then what are the specific requirements for its manufacturing? It is mentioned in part 1E. Part 1F includes a specific requirement of premises, plants and materials for manufacture of API, that is bulk drug. Part 1F was for bulk drug, and part 2 includes the requirement of plant and equipment. Okay, plant and equipment. So Schedule M consists of many subparts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 includes the GMP for premises and materials, whereas part 2 consists of requirement for plant and equipments. Moving forward to the Schedule M1, it includes the requirement of factory premises for manufacturing of homeopathic preparations, and M2 requirement of factory premises for manufacture of cosmetics. The only difference is Schedule M deals with pharmaceutical products, M1 includes homeopathic preparations, and M2 includes manufacture of cosmetics. So different requirements are covered under schedule M. M1 for homeopathic, M2 for cosmetics. M3 is for manufacture of medical devices. What are the requirements for factory premises? That is M3. Moving next, it is schedule N, which consists of minimum equipments which are required for efficient running of a pharmacy. That list is there in schedule N. Next schedule is schedule O, which incorporates the standards for disinfectant fluids. That too is of two parts, part 1 and 2, and the provisions which are applicable to black fluids and white fluids are in part 1, and which are applicable to other fluids are in part 2 of schedule O. Next schedule is schedule P, which consists of the life period of the drugs. And for the pack P, schedule P1 includes the pack size. Okay, P is for life period and P1 is for pack size. Both are P, period and pack, right? So P is for life period and P1 is for pack size. Okay, so far we have discussed about schedule K, L, M, the subparts of it, M1, M2, M3, then schedule N, then schedule O and P, P1 and P, right? So next part is schedule Q. That is further of two parts, part 1 and 2. The part 1 of schedule Q deals with a list. What does this list consist of? The list of dyes, colors, pigments which are permitted in cosmetics and soaps. And second part includes the list of colors which are permitted in soaps. Next is schedule R, which incorporates the standards for condoms made of rubber latex and other mechanical contraceptives. The next schedule is schedule R1, which includes the standards for medical devices. The schedule S, standards for cosmetics are mentioned under schedule S. The next schedule is schedule T. This is also a schedule which consists of many subparts. Basically, schedule T is the setup of GMP, like good manufacturing practices for Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani medicines. The part 1 consists of good manufacturing practices. Part 2nd A consists of list of machinery, equipment, minimum manufacturing premises for manufacture of various category of Ayurvedic, Siddha and system of medicine. Part 1B consists of list of machinery, equipment and minimum manufacturing premises for manufacture of various categories of Unani system of medicine. So part 1 good manufacturing practices, part 2 are the list of machinery, equipment and minimum manufacturing premises for Ayurveda and Siddha, and in 1B it is for Unani system of medicine. Part 1C consists of list of equipments recommended for in-house quality control section, QC we call it as. And part 2nd D consists of supplementary guidelines for manufacture of Rudraksh of Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani system of medicine. There is further schedule TA that includes the form for record of utilization of raw material by Ayurvedic, Siddha or Unani manufacturing units. Like how you record how much of your raw material was utilized when you were manufacturing Ayurvedic units, Siddha unit, Unani manufacturing units. So in under that, the form for the record of utilization is mentioned under schedule TA. Next schedule is schedule U, in which the particulars to be shown in manufacturing records are mentioned. And in schedule U1, the particulars to be shown in the manufacturing raw material and analytical record of cosmetics are mentioned. The next schedule is schedule V, where the standards for patent or proprietary medicines are mentioned. This question comes in most of the competitive exams about Schedule V. So it mentions the standards for patent or proprietary medicines. Next schedule is Schedule X, in which the list of drugs whose import, manufacture, and sale, labeling, and packaging are governed by special provisions. So, for that special provisions, the list of such drugs is mentioned under Schedule X. Next is Schedule Y, where the requirements and guidelines for permission to import and or manufacture of new drugs for sale or to undertake clinical trial. All the requirements and guidelines are mentioned in Schedule Y. Hope you understood all the schedules. In this video we have covered the Schedule K, L, M, its subparts M1, M2, M3, N, O, its subparts P, P1, Q, and its subparts Schedule R, R1, S, T and its subparts TA, Schedule U, Schedule U1, Schedule V, X, and Y. So, those who have not gone through Schedule A to J, please refer to my earlier video. Thank you listeners for watching. If you like the video, please click on the like button, do subscribe my channel and share it on social media. Thank you very much.